All right, everybody, we are back with Super D&D after a couple weeks where we've had some holidays. We have a couple people, Azun showing up in a little bit, and Moogles is, I believe, traveling back from holiday stuff, little vacations. So safe travels to Moogles. But we're on episode 16 of Super D&D, but last time on episode 15, our heroes would collect themselves, their things, as well as gather new information and new supplies, and send a message to the other group via Athena. They set off heading to where ships are to be docked, as they are able to see a group of Shinigami coming their way on the enemy's database. However, when they got there only a day or so later, they found the Shinigami were already there, very ready for them. Whether by some accidental later input in the enemy database, intentional deception, or some other form of travel, the Shinigami were there waiting. So our heroes devised a plan to get an advantage, which primarily involved Athena making a spell to lock the fast-moving Shinigami within an area. Then the battle commenced. It went well. They managed to slay many of the Shinigami before the spell even activated. It is going fantastic. Almost too fantastic. That's where we'll begin. So, Cortez, it is currently your turn. right now. Does anybody need kind of like a synopsis of like what is on the map?
Yes, please.
Okay. Consuming Maw and the green stuff kind of is all famine stuff. This is like attacks enemies, so it's all good for the most part.
Oh, we can't see that.
Oh, hold on. My bad. I
Yeah.
forgot we were
Oh,
swapped
okay.
over the other one. There we
I was so
go.
confused. I was like, what am I supposed to be
Ta-da!
doing?
I was you baited out a refresh. Now I have to open my character sheet again.
Sorry, my bad. I thought I moved it over. I guess I missed. Not it.
Dang.
The new thing is much nicer,
3 clicks.
but it's over there. Yeah. Consuming Maw, Famine, the green squares, Famine, Tank, Fighter Jet, and all the other little guys behind. Currently, Ambrose and War are very far back, not wanting to be in the fight, and they were holding a portal to put Athena right in the middle. That had recently happened, and it locked people in. Jeffrey was able to hit the big guy with the shield a little bit, weakening him. Ian's been kind of running around killing some guys with a Scourger Demon horn active. And so far, it's been pretty all right, all things considered. So, Cortez, it is your turn.
Okay, and then the one marked in blue, basically the ones that are marked, those are our only enemies right now, right?
Yeah, blue is... Well, the reason I deleted the other guys is because Ian deleted them from existence as well. Because those are the only ones that have been killed after looking at were killed by Ian. Ian got final blow on all of them, even if he is nowhere near all of them. So the ones that are left are the ones that have been damaged to some extent.
And then, if
some
I
more than
remember
others.
correctly, this one that Ian's fighting right now is the one that was trying to damage the ships before we get on.
A couple of them have been damaged. All the ships with dots. This one damaged the left two, and there was one on the right that Ian already murdered.
Gotcha. I think I remember sniping one of them. I can't remember if they're still within range. Oh, that's 100% within range, actually. All right. I am going to give myself Claw's guidance.
Okay.
So I will have a advantage +5 to a single target that I choose.
Okay.
And let's shoot out a Radiant Blast. And if I'm not mistaken, I should still be in Demon Metal Density. So I don't see why I would be in Agility right now.
I believe so as well.
But yeah, that's my first attack.
Cool. I just trying to open up a couple sheets in the time, but it's a little slow. Okay. There we go. On which guy?
The one fighting Ian, because I feel like he's the most dangerous, considering he destroyed a few ships already.
Okay. You shoot over at that one. You have a +5 advantage. They will roll against. Does hit. Ian, you see that as you're over there, you see a Radiant Blast hit the creature. Looks like it hurt it a good bit, but
Double
certainly not down
damage.
yet. Yep.
And one more time. Good thing I have advantage.
Good thing you have advantage. Yeah, that will hit as well. Whoever is scraping the bowl, I can hear that. Thank you. Let's see, that will hit as well. Looking pretty rough.
And that would end my turn.
Very cool. Okay. That will end your turn. The war zombies are going to fire at the big guy again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 guys. So I'll do 6 at a time. Oh, ah! Doesn't count. Miss, miss, hit, miss, miss, and miss. Only one hit on the first round. Miss, miss, hit, miss, miss, miss. 2 hits only. They did not do so good on that time.
Yikes.
Let me see the damage numbers. Enter troops. So 16d8 plus 16d8 plus 400. Still 460 damage. Little chip in there. Ain't too bad. All right. That will bring us to the tank. Wants to be careful. The explosion radius is quite large, so it will drop us bomb back there. Hitting the back 2 guys. So there's the tank. Gotcha. Okay. Guy has to roll, and he does save.
Damn.
So it's still half damage, which is 24d12 plus 2400. Slash R 24 d12 plus 2400. It's still 2543 damage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. The tank is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good hit.
What's half of that though? 25. Weird. Okay. 2543 divided by 2 is 1271. That's still a lot of damage. The guy in the back is looking pretty injured. Other guy, the bigger guy, looks a little bit more injured as before. The fighter jet is going to swing on by and making sure not getting in the radius, but is going to basically be doing a drive-by over the bridge. Is going to fire on the back guy as well. The guy does save again, the little red guy, and this one he doesn't take any damage.
Damn.
But that also would have been 24d12 plus 2000, so it's still... Those ones pack a punch, but they're a little bit more expensive to summon. That will bring us to Famine with Jeffrey next.
Alrighty. So I've been consuming mobs still. And moving that is free, right?
Yeah, something happened to your mic, though.
Oh, good.
It was like, it's all like gravelly and warbly.
Oh.
It wasn't a second ago. Is it just me or?
Is it still doing
Oh, nope, you're all good.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
You're good now.
Look, you came out of the storm.
Yeah, I think the cord on my headset's starting to get a little like frayed or something.
Gotcha.
Alright, so first I will move my consuming maw. The blue dot and the red dots here are bad, right?
Yes.
Let's do that. I want to make sure I don't get Jeffrey here.
Yep, can get all 3.
And I'll have that go. Just now I'm on that.
Sick.
Okay, consuming maw.
Just roll it again for the damage.
Yes, DC. Per kill. Okay. 40 DC. Okay. Save. Save, and on the big guy, save. Do they take
Half damage.
half damage? Okay. 5, 5, 6, 2, 278. Not bad.
How do they taste?
Like death and shadows.
Oh,
Nice. Just to clarify, I think this was mentioned last time. I cannot heal by eating these people.
Unfortunately, no, because there's no living essence about them.
It's slightly
Yeah.
problematic.
That was 4 action points. I believe you have 2 more.
Yes, I will. Where is it? I have a. I keep forgetting this is a thing that doesn't have anything on it.
I think that's the one that's supposed to be you do 100 damage to yourself and then take half damage.
Right, because there is a famine version of that.
Yeah, I think starvation is that one.
Oh, actually, I'm out of hunger points anyway, so I couldn't use any. I couldn't use that anyways.
Gotcha.
So I'll have to use the.
Forgetting to fix that one.
So in that case, I'll use this one, get a single hunger point, and make sure I
Okay.
don't get clapped.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea. Where do you bite yourself just for RP?
I'm just gonna take a chunk out of my shoulder.
Just looks over his shoulder. Mm.
Just sort of nom on it.
yummy.
Okay, 100 damage, but then you take half. Okay. I believe that ends your turn unless you wanted to move.
How's this guy looking? Red one down here.
He looks a little bit more healthy than the one in the back.
What must be doing? I don't think enough of that.
You have quite a lot, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, never mind. I have a ton. I prefer to finish one course before I move on to the next, so I'll move around here.
Sounds good. Okay. I will bring us over to Jeffrey with Ian next.
All right. Just to confirm here, the purple guy in the back is the one that's causing these ships to rust.
Yes.
Okay, and 3 of the ships are currently rusting.
Yes, they're rusting, like falling apart a little bit and currently sinking below. Like this one that I think fell last, or like the most recent, is like
Okay.
40 feet down. This one I think that fell like prior is like 80. This one's like 120.
So I actually like the idea of getting rid of these so that our enemies have less a chance of getting their own. But I do want to keep one. So I'm going to do an inspired action here. I'm going to do something I think that's well within my ability.
Mhm.
I'd like to galvanize this one.
Okay.
If you don't know, galvanizing is the process of covering a metal in zinc or another protective liquid that prevents it from rusting. In this case, being a superhero based on metal, I think I want to put all of my energy into galvanizing this kind of metal.
Gotcha. I wouldn't say it's something Jeffrey has done much, but I don't think it would be that difficult. So just roll me. Roll me an ingenuity or mental, just because I want to make sure, not a high DC, but like Jeffrey knows what galvanization is. He's like, yo, yeah, that's how that works. Or
Okay.
maybe not. It's not so much the physical. Yeah, he's fine. The physical
Cool.
ability isn't that hard. He kind of looks over at it. What does it look like when he kind of adjusts the metal or how he coats the metal?
Yeah, so you can see, much like he does when he uses magnetism, he puts out an open palm towards the ship, and you can see congealing, almost like a gel. You can see a coating of a much shinier metal goes over the original layer, and you can see it kind of looks powdery when it's done cooling.
Gotcha. Very cool. Is there anything else in particular you wanted to do? Because that was a very easy inspired action. If you wanted to move or make like another minor attack, I would allow it.
Sure, yeah. I'll punch this guy in the fucking face with the axe, I think.
Go for it.
Take this.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Let's see. Do I natural
that's
20?
good.
Oh, it was very close.
Okay.
I thought I was going to have another Kier moment where you roll amazing and I also roll amazing for no reason. That was me and
Yeah, that'd be
Jonas the
funny.
other night when we were playing. I would roll a 19, he would roll a 20. I would roll
Damn.
he would roll a 19 to hit, I'd roll a 20. We just were missing each other. But yeah, that absolutely hits.
Cool.
I did not natural 20, so yeah, another big scratch of the axe across his body.
Ching!
Kind of like swipes away some of that dark flame that seems to be coating them more and more between like the multiple layers of abs and ribs that are way too elongated for this creature to make sense. But yeah, unless you wanted to move, I believe that will end your turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, that brings us to Ian.
It's me.
Yep, the creature weakened from the attacks that Cortez threw over there, but still standing.
I wrote down what I wanted to do,
Okay.
and I forgot where I wrote it down.
Where did I put that? Where did I put that?
Ah, yes, that's what I wanted to do. All right. So, while I'm juiced up, and it says here that I have the plus 14 from Athena.
Yes, you should have the bonus from Athena at the moment.
So that means it's time to do stupid things. First thing is gonna do an inspired action.
Okie dokie.
Very good. And while I have my my Scourger powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have like the white smile and the glow in the eyes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so here's what I want to do. I want to grab him by his fragile body,
Uh-huh.
and I want to hoist him up, and I want to open said smile and chomp him in half.
Okay. Is there anything else you'll be doing along with this? Or is that just what you wanted to do?
I think that's just what I want to do. Just because...
Okay. I just want to make
fun.
sure. I just would definitely like to kind of know the full inspired action. This is for everybody. It just helps me kind of set the DC for each part.
Mhm.
All right, spot. But yeah, go
I want
ahead and
lunch.
roll me an athletics, please. With advantage,
Okay.
plus 14, plus I believe the you had a
It's...
different bonus. I think.
I also have it written down. I have a plus 50 on first attack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just roll at athletics in this case. Yeah. So that's a plus 14 makes that a 47. Plus 50 makes it a 97. You missed. No. Let's see if I natural 20, but
What the fuck?
let me. No,
Nah.
it's too high. I did roll a natural 20, but I'm not keeping it.
Ain't no way we're doing this game.
No.
of cat and mouse.
Just all the saves. You do. I'm not even rolling. 97 versus what was it? It's still a 61, but no. DM vetoes my own roll. You consume them. You just literally open wide and you bite them from like the rib cage onward as Ian's body kind of stretches a little bit. Because of that weird unearthly stretch, I will say you take 2 points of damage as your robotic body wasn't made to bend or move quite like that.
I'm sorry, did you say 2 points of damage?
Yeah. And I need you to make
Unacceptable.
a mental save.
I figured that one was coming. Does this technically still count as my inspired action?
Yep.
Okay, great. I can switch into defense mode to make the mental one.
Okay.
Plus 14.
You see, as you come to your senses, Ian realizes he's holding the other Scourger horn.
Whoa there, buddy.
Uh-oh.
He almost consumed it, and he was like, "Whoa!" I'm
not gonna do that.
And then
That
that
would be
like
a little outrageous.
brief second of shock is, I will say, why he ends there. All right. That brings us over to a couple of these guys' turns. This one kind of seeing the Athena suddenly there was going to react, and they're going to roll and try to grapple and throw Athena off the side. Yeah. So unless somebody, I'd prefer, if anybody wants to volunteer, someone can just roll a d20, and I will tell you the plus for Athena's athletics or acrobatics. Her
Okay,
acrobatics
give me a quick second.
is 9. I have the sheet open if somebody just wants to roll with a plus 9.
Yeah, Poke should do it. He has boyfriend privileges.
Yep. Okay. She has to roll a natural 20. Because I rolled very high.
Wait, so I'm looking at my channel divinity. I'm trying to remember if there was a way I could maybe just stop this entirely.
You can stop damage, but this isn't damage.
Oh, was it Dan? Well,
blocked-
it has 2 effects. That's
Yeah.
what
2000 shield, or I believe blind a creature. Or I think it's and blind, but yeah, you can look it over. I think Athena might have something that she can do, but if needed. But I know other people have reactions as well. Athena can definitely use a reaction here if needed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought I had a blinding thing, but I guess don't.
I mean, I can roll again, but I'm pretty sure she'll have to natural 20 regardless if you wanted to blind the creature.
Well, I don't see the abilities, so I'm just gonna say no for now.
Okay. Then if you want to roll a d20 plus 9, see if Athena can save, and she's been known to do this. This is when she
Sure,
has
yeah,
no
it's
reason
easy.
to save. She keeps natural 20.
Just roll.
Okay, 13. Athena is grabbed, spun around, and very quickly thrown this way. As she does, I will have her, unless somebody else wants to use something, I will have her, Shadow Step as a reaction.
Yeah, my shield can't reach her from that distance, I don't think.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to make a copy of Athena so I can make sure I know where the thing is. So this one with the bunch of dots around it, that's the radius of the thing. And I'll move this. Okay, that's the real Athena. She actually hits the back wall of the field for a second, but then she teleports back over to right next to Cortez.
Okay, cool.
She teleports
We're
over there.
superheroes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can throw us off some building.
That did use a reaction. The guy is going to and kind of dash over here. And is going to try to attack Athena directly this time. Jeffrey, that does give you an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Yeah, I'll swing.
Go for it.
Swing, bada bada.
That unfortunately misses.
Damn.
The very fast creature is able to get away, and it will make an attack at Athena for real this time. That hits.
What's the damage?
What about no?
2,000 damage off. Which, see, hold on. That makes it so the shield will have 200 HP left. So, because it did 1,800. And then it will stay up in your guys' face for now. But then it's the big guy's turn, who will, for the moment, you see that growing flame that was on him, that dark death energy, starts to grow brighter for a second before it pulses out, and it becomes this roaring inferno that initially knocks Jeffrey and Famine back. So I need both of you to make dodge saves, please.
And I can toughness this.
Are you in metal form hardened?
I am.
I will not allow you to toughness, but I'll give you a dodge at advantage because you are heavier.
Okay.
Okay. Famine, you are knocked back and you slip off the edge. Roll me an acrobatics to see if you can catch the edge or not. He does. The claws grab into the side. Jeffrey, you fall and stumble. You are prone right there, but no damage.
Oh,
I
okay,
like
cool.
to imagine. I like to imagine that since Famine's been hunger starved, that he just instinctively uses his teeth to grab.
But you see,
It's
as
delicious.
that explosion subsides, you see out of that long torso are growing these limbs that are curling out the body. Some of the left hands on the wrong side until it seems like they have about 15, 16, maybe as Jeffrey counts, 17 different hands coming out all sides of the torso. So it's this weird, like, amalgamation of arms and swords that all seem to appear in the hands as this inferno still rages.
What the fuck is that?
He will shout out, "You think you can kill us? You are mistaken." They all of them sprout swords at the same time with a loud as they move up to Jeffrey, bearing over him with advantage now.
That is true.
Jeffrey, I need you to make 3 defense, dodge, or toughnesses, as there's almost this weird black hole effect around him. The first one misses.
Okay.
The second one hits, and the last one does not.
Okay.
So, you take, as these massive strikes all coming at you at the same time, stabbing down, slashing to the side, going up, down, all manner of angles, you take 2,500 damage.
Ow. And what damage type is this?
Pain, non-negatable, full damage. Jeffrey's life force was sucked out of him a little bit. He is unable to resist this.
So
Okay.
shields wouldn't help with this.
It cannot be shielded, cannot be resisted, no force damage, and Jeffrey managed to avoid 2 of the 3 attacks. So if it hits you, all 3, that's a guaranteed 7,500 damage.
Okay. All right. I'm still standing. You said, what was the exact total?
2,500 exactly.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. It can be shielded if you wanted to do something with it. I believe you have an additional reaction. It just cannot be resisted or blocked in this case.
Gotcha.
Because the light does have something to hit. It just can't, like, the resistant, it cuts through in this case.
All right. I will refrain for now.
Okay.
I think Jeffrey's still pretty good right now, right?
I'm about 3rd health right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think if 2 of those hit, it would have not been good. That will end the main guy's turn, now bringing us to Athena's turn. Let me look. She is focusing on the barrier. Also, this is what Moogle's named it, by the way, if anybody wanted to look. I added the bottom 2
genius.
sections.
Yeah, incredible.
She is going to... She's going to make sure Clairvoyance is up. Going to keep it on Ian. It's a pretty high DC. I just want to look at the DC real quick. 45. She has to beat... Thea has to beat it in this case. She's going to try for Pacify on the big guy because of how much damage he just did. Unable to take attack or take aggressive actions. Ingenuity, mental, or speech. Let's see. No, I rolled a 51. So it wasn't too much higher. So that's 4 action points. Unfortunately, it does not work. She is going to give advantage with precog to... She's going to use... that was 5 energy. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to use 4 more energy and 1 more action point to do precog on Jeffrey, Cortez, Famine, and Ian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then she is going to... she is going to... She's going to end her turn there because she doesn't have any really other good one-action abilities she can use right now. So that will end her turn.
Okay.
That will bring us to Ambrose, and I believe that gold is a soul print on Jeffrey.
Yes.
Then Ambrose will... He's going to attempt to heal you back up as much as he's able to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he wants to do to not use the full... Yeah, he's going to do healing holistically. Use all 6 on you. It doesn't
Sick.
fully heal the damage up, but 2391, and then it will fully get it on the on-start turn.
Dope. I will take it.
Okay. Then this guy, seeing that Famine was nomming on him and is almost off the edge, is going to try to stomp Famine off the side. Famine, I need you to roll me in athletics or acrobatics against this guy's athletics. So, Famine, you see the Shinigami appear over you and make a slash down at your fingers and teeth with the blade, forcing you to have to recoil back. You can't go far because there's not more to far back, but he starts falling down. At the start of your turn, you will drop 750 feet. Oh, hungered reaction. Hold on. You may use the ability. Reaction is a long rest. Reaction, this includes common actions. What do you want to do?
Nothing too crazy. Just just bone pillars, like catch myself. And be like,
That's such like an Aladdin moment of just sitting on the bone. He's not sure how long they'll be able to hold his weight, but they're pretty strong. He just falls like 5 feet. Looks up at the guy like, you dare. The guy is going to back up a little bit. I see Jonas is also ready on that, if needed.
Yeah, he got it.
This guy is then going to dash over to Jeffrey and attack him once while prone.
Ow.
You're not marked because he did try to push famine, so I need you to make me one defense dodge or toughness roll.
Skedaddle. That's a 48, by the way.
Yes. 48. Well, plus 7 because of clairvoyance as well.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So plus 11, so 55. I rolled a natural 19 with their crazy bonuses, so that does hit. Let's see. Hold on. Normal was so now it's a total of 2,000 damage. This one can be resisted or negated as needed, but this 2,000 damage as this guy comes out of nowhere and slashes through and catches Jeffrey on the neck.
What damage type is it?
Necrotic slashing. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me look. I could be wrong. It is just all necrotic.
Okay, so I can't metal form harden that, but I will use a burning resolve.
Okay, 1,000 total.
Okay.
And then minus 60. So 940, sorry.
Okay, I got it.
Cool. That will end that guy's turn. War is going to look at their resources. I don't... he's realizing this is starting to become... He can feel the tides of battle changing.
It's a bit scary.
A little bit it is. Imagine if that's how war talked. A little bit.
Hey, yes, I'm gonna go get those guys. Don't worry, it's a part of life.
He is going to... Oh, yeah, what's up?
Sorry, just a small side note. I also... I don't know how this... It's because of Burning Resolve, I also resist 30 damage on top. So that's
Yes.
just something to remember for me. I
Yep,
just
yep.
wanted to say that out loud.
Very good. Okay. Explosive unit. He's going to summon another tank. He's not
I
going to
do
be able to...
love these tanks.
He's not going to be able to do much else, but he does manage to summon a tank.
Sick.
Okay. That brings us to Cortez's turn.
Heroic action.
Okay.
First, let's activate CMHL. And then I am going to also activate Decisive Attack.
Okay. Gotcha.
So let me... I already have the second token out, so I'll just roll initiative for that one. Oh, I'm not on the select pool.
15. All right.
Alright. And basically what I want to do, because amplification is already passively active, my divine radius would be 60 feet instead of its usual 30, which would be enough to reach everybody over here.
Okay.
So it'll affect all 3 enemies, but the inspired action is so that while the divine radiance is going, I want to apply the shield of light to both Jeffrey and Athena.
At the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hmm?
It's way too late, so don't worry about it. But I think that's what the second symbol on my token was for, is for the shield of light. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me.
Gotcha. I don't know how much is left, so let's just say you resist. We'll give you a quarter. I'll give you 500 HP also off the resistance. So take 500 HP back.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Actually, heroic action, you can just do this.
Sick.
It's not. It won't be repeating. But you can absolutely pop it on them right now and use reactions to up it as you need. But immediately to pop it on them too, and then hit these guys with that. Yeah, I'll make some DCs for all 3 of them. Cool. The big guy saves, so he'll take half.
Which damage is doubled, so technically full damage.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Okay, cool on there. And then the other guy, they all save. They will take just the normal damage from this. So, minus 6 for all 3. Okay. The one directly in front of Jeffrey, the little red one, is looking very rough.
Okay.
Cool.
Sick.
Very cool.
And that will end my turn.
Very cool. All right, the war zombies are... The tanks are going to have a hard time hitting anything without blowing everybody up. But they are going... The normal guys are going to roll 12 of these guys as attacks. On the big guy, they're just focusing on him, chipping him down as best they can. Hit. 2 hits on the first. And 2 more hits on... Oh, 3 more hits. So 5 hits total this time.
Sick.
Which is a little bit better. Let me look up at the thing. What was it? It was 8d, so it was 8 times 5, 40d8 plus 1,000. $1,172 to the big guy.
Nice.
He's looking kind of rough now all of a sudden.
It is scary though, because he can do that thing. I remember the thing where he hit me with all that damage.
Uh-huh. It seems like he didn't do that this time though. He just had a flat increased damage. I will say. That's something like...
Okay.
Because you didn't have to make that additional saving throw. So it seems like he absorbed what he could and now he's activated it.
I see. Okay.
As like a power-up stage. So now the tanks are going to launch a... The thing is, it's a 30-foot radius. And like, if they put it here, it's going to hit... And they can't not hit the bridge, otherwise they just hit the side of the bridge. The tanks literally can't fire from where they're at. Maybe...
Honestly, I'm glad that they're... I mean, you know what? If I could communicate with the tanks, I'd tell them to shoot at me, but alas.
That's like 4,000 damage. Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I have the quarter thing. I can.
True. I think war is gonna play to the tactical advantage is not damage the only person tanking. Because if you take 4,000 damage and then take 5,000 more damage, that's...
Also, if war attacks, technically damage gets reflected back, so...
It's true, that's
because
true.
of the shield.
Oh yeah, that is weird, huh?
Oh. Zune joy.
Hello, Zune.
I was hoping that muting my mic would make it so that it would...
It doesn't, but if you right-click on the channel now, you can hit join with no notification sound.
I just do that all the time.
The fighter jet is going to hit and align these two.
Pew 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 pew.
The two DCs. Oops, hold on. They both save, so they'll take no damage. The fighter jet would stay farther around because War would know not to let it get in the thing. Brings us to Famine's turn, but as that happens and Zune is loading in, the main Shinigami, you guys are attacking. When it got back to his turn, he seemed to absorb all that death energy into himself, grew many more arms and limbs, to be able to knock Jeffrey back, nearly knock Famine off the side, and start doing 2,500 damage in attack. Fortunately, Jeffrey was able to dodge 2 of those attacks, but it's looking a little bit more dire in terms of the damage department. But Ambrose was able to heal Jeffrey back up to almost full, or at least full damage from what he was taking.
Is Athena hurt?
She was almost thrown off the edge, but she managed to teleport back.
Oh, for
Cortez.
context, the Athena in the middle is just indicator of where the barrier is. The actual Athena is next to Cortez right now.
Okay. Gotcha. So nobody's next to Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Cortez.
Yeah, Jeffrey can't by himself. There's a big consuming maw nomming on the side of the bridge, but yeah. But that brings us to Famine's turn, who managed to catch himself cleverly, landing on some of his bones.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Crow, if you're talking, you're muted. EBRB.
Looking in chat.
I'm scrolling up, and I'm like, scrolling up. I don't think so.
I don't see that, no.
Crow. Ah!
Hmm.
Damn it.
Maybe his family is talking to him or something.
Or he died.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh. Hello, welcome back.
Hello. Man, there's not a lot of stuff that you can safely consume here.
How you looking?
Ow.
Okay.
Pretty ow.
Weird Al Yankovic. Just by the little red guy. He was looking pretty weak before. Yeah, go ahead and roll the DC that I gotta beat. And for damage, that's cocked. Hold on. That will fail. So, how do you consume this one?
Ooh.
I think the skeletal mouth will just sort of. It's gonna, with like the chin of the jaw, pop him up, and then just open his mouth and try to catch him on the teeth.
Nice.
Pack the whole body in and crunch.
It does say that if you kill a creature, it doesn't necessarily say you have to have it be flesh, but consuming it does give you 50 HP.
Ooh.
Max,
Ooh.
not healing, max.
Ah, yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
so you have 2 action points left.
First things first, I'm gonna
Hop
climb
up.
back up here.
Yeah, not that hard to do. Just kind of reach up.
How's Big Blue Guy looking?
He's looking kind of rough.
Oh well. I don't know if I can afford to keep taking bites out of myself.
Yeah, 100 damage to yourself over and over is a little rough. Sam is a little starved unable to heal.
Oh wait, I only have 2 extra points. Damn.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. And what's the status of Jeffrey right now?
On a scale of 1 to 6,000, I'd say that I'm close to 4171.
Don't worry, he's protected by me now.
He does have 2,000 shield. Same with Athena.
Okay.
It's just a teeny bit scary, only because
If all 3
I
hit.
I can't bullshit my way out of taking damage. I just have to eat it and then hope that the
You do
the
get 800 on
shields-
your turn at least. 800 healing.
yes, I do.
In that case, since I used the pillars to stop myself from falling, I'm gonna pop them back up and sort
Okay.
of align like here, just to sort
Okay. So Jeffrey
Okay.
+4 and Famine, and Shinigami is -4, or at least the big guy.
Ooh,
Cool.
thank you.
Okay.
So just to be clear, between Cortez and Famine, I now have a +6 on top of
+6.
the.
Yep.
Okay.
Cortez and Famine, you have a +6, but +7 from Athena, so
Yes.
+13.
All right. I'm just gonna type that down.
Yep. Okay. That, I believe, ends your turn, Famine?
I'll go to the edge of my mall.
Okay. Sounds good. It brings us to Jeffrey's turn.
All right. Inspired action time. I don't like this guy. He keeps like hitting me and stuff, and it really, really hurts. So, instead, you mentioned earlier this bridge. It's made out of metal. Yes.
Yes, a very tough, hard to control metal, but metal.
Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier that I can't grapple him.
Yes.
So I'm actually going to use that to my advantage since he's so difficult to move. I'm going to bind myself to the bridge, and I'm not going to move either. I am going to plant myself down, and with the power of 10,000 suns, I'm going to take my Scourger axe and my Scourger shield, and I'm going to slam them with both my fists over his head.
Gotcha. And pulling yourself down with him to be extreme amount of force and damage.
Yes.
Going for damage over to hit, or are you trying to buff both, or one or the other?
I'm going specifically for damage on this one. It's
Okay.
a risky move is what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm also leaving myself very vulnerable. I can't move or get out of the way.
Going for the all-out attack. Okay. Please roll me a athletics with that +13
Okay.
at advantage. Yeah, because you have it from precog anyway. That is a 54. Go ahead and roll me
That's
a toughness at advantage.
Okay.
58. So I'm gonna roll for the big Shinigami. I will say you are successful in this. Go
Ooh.
ahead and roll me. We're gonna add damage to it, but start by rolling me your axe attack.
Okay.
And then go ahead and roll me 24 d12 plus 500. 645. So with this blast, as Jeffrey kind of like rises up and then sinks down with the metal pulling him. What does it look like when you kill him?
Ooh, great. Yeah. So as both the Scourger axe and shield meet, the metal, of course, being incredibly dense and powerful, pops his head like a balloon.
You see the head kind of splits and falls away, as it breaks into pieces. The body slumps down, all of its arms hitting the body with a loud onto the metal. That ends Jeffrey's turn. One remains. It's now Ian's
He
turn.
who remains. Yeah, where's the last guy?
I don't know.
It was me.
All right.
Oh, is this?
Yeah, the guy that was trying to throw Athena off a bridge.
How dare he?
Okay. I don't know what I want to do. Does anyone have any suggestions?
Can you shoot him with guns?
I mean, in theory.
You should kiss him.
What if you? What,
Ooh!
these-
Yeah, can I
these
roll
guys
to
able-
seduce?
Yes.
Are these guys able to be grappled, or was it just the one big guy?
The one big guy could not be, because he was too
Okay.
powerful. You had to be
Oh,
a
okay,
you had to be
just-
a large creature to be able
Why don't
to
you just
grab.
throw him into the void? That would be funny.
That would be funny. I mean, it's only the one guy left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been
Cool.
elusive so far. He actually hasn't taken too much damage.
Yeah.
He's been rolling
yeet him.
well.
That's tragic. I'm gonna dash one whole time. And then, I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk over to the edge of the bridge.
And just drop him off.
And I'm not gonna drop him off. That seems a little too nice. I'm gonna throw him off. I don't want to
Okay.
give him a chance.
Okay. I need you to roll me an athletics or acrobatics to see if you can grab him. This will use 2 action points each time.
So
Okay.
long, Gay Bowser.
Actually, you can. Yeah, 2 each time.
And I think this is still plus 50.
I let it be an attack because it was an inspired action, but technically an athletics or a grapple is not an attack. It is
Well,
a grapple.
There's 2 choices here. I mean,
Okay.
the
I
way
will
see
allow
it.
for this situation if you
No,
want.
I mean you don't have to.
Guarantee
If
the
he,
grab.
if he doesn't get grabbed, they'll just slice his throat off. You know what I mean? It's like
Okay.
It's like the
You know what? You know what? Actually, it doesn't matter because you still got him.
Oh,
Without
okay,
the plus
nice.
50. I just looked
Nice.
at I looked at the plus and I rolled a 45. So I rolled I rolled
Good.
I rolled a 48. That's why. But then I didn't add your bonus from clairvoyance.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
How far do you eat him? Like into the back wall and he falls down, or?
Nah, just like down.
Okay. You eat him down. Go ahead and roll me
You
another.
throw him just straight
Roll me to athletics.
downward.
Straight
Fuck him
down.
up!
Well, I don't want to give him a chance to like wall jump shenanigans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just needs to go down.
Roll me an
another
athletics. See how
you said?
far you can throw him. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. That's a 50 or 61. A very good throw. As you see Ian, almost before he's just suddenly not in front of Athena and Cortez, you just see Ian yeet something down the pit,
Oh God.
and the Shinigami's gone. However, it is now the Shinigami's turn. You
Do
can't.
something, I dare you.
He jumps 2,000 feet upwards.
Off of what?
Nothing. He doesn't need it.
Okay.
He can double jump, nerd.
Yep. Actually, let me look at something.
You know what? Well,
He
played, Shinigami.
doesn't jump off of nothing. He has to jump off of his own sword, so he has even a little bit of forward momentum for him to. You see,
Well
as
played, Shinigami.
he lands on the bridge, the 3-point landing, and you see he kind of looks at everyone. He already told you, you cannot truly kill death. Puts his arms upwards, and you see both the captain and the other fallen comrade come back up. You fool. And then he doesn't have a weapon, so he's gonna try to throw Ian off.
Wait, actually, DM question.
Yes.
Was that healing?
It was not healing because they are not living.
Okay.
But that is a good question. Something I did think about is like, would it be, would it not be? It's simply because their healing is death. So he's invoking them with the death energy that he has to bring them
Okay.
back up to a certain level.
I just wanted to make sure I couldn't actually use the Scourger Axe because it prevents healing.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, you guys almost thwarted my plans in the first place. Let's see. How much HP do they go back to is what I need to know. Okay, Captain goes to that. And then this guy goes to that. Ian, I need you to roll me an athletics or acrobatics to not get grappled and thrown off.
Sounds good.
You rolled really well.
Yeah, he misses. He's just like,
Can
no,
I
fuck
actually,
you.
in defiance, can I actually take a step backwards and just float above the bridge?
You just go. He just looks at you like, really, bro? He's also a good position right there. Okay. That will end his turn. Now it goes back to Cortez's turn.
I'm gonna do something very simple.
Uh-huh.
I'm a walk. There in my radius again.
Oh, damn. Got him real good.
Yeah, let's see. Which one? Which one's the one that was? Nah, Jeffrey's got that one. Because Famine's there now. Where is? Okay, no, that's fine. All right. So this one right here.
Mhm.
Bum.
3 radiant brass. One's a natural 20. He does a natural 20.
Quadruple damage.
He saves the second one. And he fails the third. Cortez has a +7 only, right? Nothing else? He does have advantage too, but that doesn't change anything. So just the +7 doesn't make any of the other ones hit. Just the first one, a lot of damage, however. Let's see. Let me add that together. Uh, 1950 damage.
Let's
him.
go.
Okay. And
And then
yeah.
Trying to remember. I'm like reading through my sheet right now, cause trying to remember if it's on my turn that they have to re-roll the save, or on their turn for the.
If you just want to
divine-
roll the ability,
Oh, okay.
it should say, I think.
It lasts for a minute. On the start of my turn, so this is technically
Gotcha.
another turn of mine. So yeah.
At the start of Cortez's turn, but he wasn't in it when he started your turn.
No, but then these two were.
Those two were, so
they get-
yes.
Yeah.
So I roll for them. The big guy fails, but the other guy does save. The half damage, which just doubled in full. He looks kind of all right still. A little injured, but okay. All right. That
would
will...
end my turn.
Very cool. It's now the big guy's turn, who's going to bear down on Jeffrey with 3 attacks. Kier, if you can go ahead and roll 3 defense, dodge, or toughness.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
1.
Uh-oh.
Well, I have precog, so it's fine.
50, 58, and 48.
I have plus 13 on
Plus
all of
13,
these.
so 63, 63, and 61. The second and third still hit
By how much?
by I rolled a 63 on the one, so attacker's advantage. And this no, yeah, because that's the second one. And the third one actually doesn't hit. Thank you for checking me. My bad. Math is hard.
And I'm gonna use stronger will so I win the tie.
So no hits. Very good.
So as he's punching into me, I just grit my teeth and I stare daggers at him.
Gotcha. As you're staring daggers into him, he's kind of leaning into you and shouting, "Defend me all you want. You will never kill us truly, and you will still fall." That brings us to Athena's turn. Okay. Athena's turn. She is going to... She's going to start by Darkness Calls on the big guy. Attempt to, anyway. That was a natural 1 on my end, so it affects.
Oh.
He takes double damage from physical and normal damage from necrotic. Actually, the necrotic was an immunity, so it wouldn't change the damage. But he still takes double damage from physical. Double Athena's level of damage on hit on chosen target. So yeah, if anybody hits that person, they also take an additional 60 damage.
Great.
And how many targets can she affect? Just one target. I'll do it for 4 more energy, and she's gonna affect. She's gonna affect all 3. I'm gonna roll for these guys. Successes on all 3, so they take double damage from physical. If anybody can do physical damage, Athena will drop Clairvoyance though, because she wants to end the fight with all 3, seeing that this one revived the other 2.
All right.
Her logic is you gotta kill all of them. She'll shout it, "End them all quick!" And then she's going to give everybody advantage with precog again.
Okay.
She's getting low on energy now, though. That will end her turn. That brings us to Ambrose.
Well, nobody's really knocking on death's door right now, so I'm not really too needed. I guess I will do a heroic action.
Okie dokie.
This could go one of 2 ways, but let's
That's D&D for you, baby.
I
could go 1 of 20 ways.
I am going to first off quick portal directly on top of the big guy,
Okay.
and I basically want to turn myself into a life energy
Okay.
nuke.
Okay. Interesting effects this will have.
I will pour all of my life charges into this boy,
You want to make
And,
this an inspired or heroic?
Yeah, this is heroic.
Okay, gotcha. You can absolutely do that. Go ahead and roll me a saving throw of your choice and a skill of your choice. Okay, advantage.
Skill. Does that include my elven ears?
No, not anything but your perception or elven ears. I feel like that's the only one that doesn't really apply.
perception. Okay, that's fine. My health is the same.
You know, I like it. It works. Okay.
Oh, I should have done acrobatics. I have +1 more.
You gotta flip around, flip them off. Okay. What does it look like when you become this life energy nuke?
Well, first off, you guys just hear a like glorping sound as I fall through a portal. Since they're being
Ew.
weird, and I land on top of them, and I'm just gonna discombobulate. You know that meme? with
Discombobulate.
Sherlock Holmes.
Boom.
I'm just gonna take my hands and I'm just gonna clap them over his head. And when I do that, my arms radiate a very bright light as all of my life energy just surges through into his head.
Okay.
Mm.
Go ahead and roll me your healing holistically.
Ooh.
Oh, flat 2,400.
Yeah, that's a good number.
That's 3,200 with the 800. Ambrose staying back out of the fight for most of it, just popping some heals into Jeffrey and others as needed. Seeing the moment, seeing Athena drop in, he falls through the portal with the loud, and the guy looks up. Ambrose looks him straight in the face as he goes, as the hands try to block him before Ambrose could just. Huge, massive burst of energy that nukes the three. And like they're burning within, this golden fire takes them as they stumble down. All of them. They crumble into this golden ash, and combat is over.
Hell yeah!
Well done, you guys.
Holy shit. That was epic.
That was dope.
And what a way, you know? I
Man,
guess
why didn't I
guess
do that
that-
at the start of the fight?
I mean, you didn't know how much damage they were gonna do. And then the big guy has the potential to one-shot everyone after like one round of combat. And then you guys, Jeffrey, the main thing that you did with the shield sucking a power out of him, that damage was going to be 5,000 a hit on the count. So
yeah, that's a lot.
that was big. Ian killing people with the Scourge Demon stuff made it so they couldn't be revived, because it would have been everyone revived every one of their turns until you were able to kill all of them. They didn't go actually up to full health. The little guys went to 1,000, and the big guy went to 3,000. So
Well, hot diggity damn.
3,000 was like exactly enough to wipe everybody out. But yeah,
Jeffrey's gonna shift out of his metal form and pat Ambrose on the back. That's how you fucking kill a guy. Nicely done.
I'm a little woozy.
Why don't man? This is such an easy solution. We just start nuking things from now on.
yeah, everybody loves nuking things.
I mean, we do have a bigger nuke, but you know,
That was a
It's
little dangerous.
scary.
Wait, Ward, do you have nukes?
I could probably get one if you want to, but for own tactical advantage, I would say it's not very worth it most of the time.
Nah.
is this true, Famine?
It makes things hard to eat when they're. I don't even know what they do.
He says it gives it a weird aftertaste.
Well, snacks aside, nicely done. Athena, can you like put this barrier down so we can like leave?
Just like been poking at the sides. We're trapped for another like turns off.
No. Okay, great. I protected that ship from the rusting, so I think that's our one.
All right.
If there's no further discussion, Jeffrey's going to make his way over to the ship. I don't know how to enter it, or if it has like a bridge or what.
I mean, you can definitely go inspect it. Other people are gonna go as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Cool. You guys all head over to the ship. In that case, I'll just pull us off of that map so we can go back
Ooh.
to Theater of the Mind. And let me quickly grab all of your notes that I hit. Don't want to see it.
I love world maps.
Can't select the fucking blue circle. Hate selecting certain things in this. Well, I guess that circle is just not visible for you guys forever. So, oops, that's the wrong thing. Roughly there. As you approach the ship, grab.
Ah, how peaceful.
You see, as you step up to the ship, is everybody going? Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ian, as among other people, as well as War, are able to very easily find a spot where it and this like ramp leads down out, like connecting to the platform, like, but almost it's like a couple inches above it. And when you step onto it, it kind of is like stepping onto a boat on water, as it like just moves slightly with the distribution of weight. But it doesn't really go anywhere because it is attached via a tether off the under front side of the ship, so it can't go until that is disconnected.
Okay, good to know.
As you kind of peer in, it is of decent size, but definitely not going to fit you guys and all of the people that are coming from prison. But the initial entrance from the ramp is a cargo bay where a few crates are tied down, which seems to lead off into a central area for travel, with an area sleeping on either side, with the cockpit by the front, with weapons sitting just below the cockpit.
Okay. I'm going to start using my magnetism to look under the hood of this thing. I don't expect you to understand the mechanics, but what I'm looking for is any electrical signals, because we were told that they might have trackers on these ships.
Yeah. You see that you take a little bit as you begin searching around. I'll let you know what you find in just a moment.
I would help out
Okay.
with that if it's electric.
Okay, yeah. You do so.
electronic-based.
To start looking for that. And Ambrose, roll me a Elven ear, please.
Ooh, I do like hearing things.
Not a high DC, but that makes it even easier. You see, as you step onto the ship with a 74, it's like not even fully opened, and Ambrose is like, "Oh, I guess I probably was hearing that before, but it was so drowned out with the combat that there's like a faint breathing of what seems to be someone sleeping in the right sleeping chambers.
Oh.
Like it just was faint.
We got someone sleeping in there.
As Jeffrey's like in the front, Parshway pulling
Yeah.
things out with Cortez, only Ian, Athena, and War and Famine, like particularly hear you initially.
Sleeping.
Athena also begins to hear it. Why would Feels ominous.
Wait, on the ship?
I want to go investigate.
You did not hear it because. Oh no, actually you did. No, my bad. My bad.
Oh,
You did.
said I just.
My bad. I got you. I thought for some reason you were at the front of the ship. My bad. You did hear it.
They're not merged anymore.
Yeah, they're the same person still. Sense demons. Doesn't pull up anything. Either the demon is more powerful than you, or they're not a demon. You
Weird.
do sense war though. And Ian? Ian. What? Ian? Huh. Wait a minute.
Ian, congratulations, you're a Scourger again.
Thanks.
Only
It'll wear off
only
soon.
Famine is currently aware of this.
Oh,
Unless Ian says something. He's also carrying something demonic now that you look. Wait, no, who has the heart? Does Ian have the heart? I think Jeffrey's carrying the heart. Never mind.
yeah,
Jeffrey's carrying something
I had
demonic.
to pawn it off because
Too
I was
big.
getting over encumbered.
Yeah, so just on Ian.
Wait,
that
what am I carrying?
demonic heart that Ian needs to give to someone that he got from Cathorn the King.
Okay, I don't have that written in my inventory, but I'll add that.
I think so. I think it was among the packs of stuff that you.
Okay. I was the mule for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, I know I pawned it off. I'm pretty sure it was to Jeffrey.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ian, you're going up to the room. Famine, do you say anything about that not being demons in the room or anything like that as Ian goes up?
it's not a demon.
Yeah, he takes that knowledge.
Okay.
He doesn't respond.
How do you open the door? There's a little keypad that seems to indicate of how you would open it.
Oh, not a fucking keypad.
I just imagine Ian is saying this all out loud, very loudly.
Yeah, the guy's just sleeping and he just goes, "Oh, not a fucking keypad." Can I just like hack it maybe?
Sure. You see that you go into hack it and you kind of interface with it after like taking like a couple minutes to figure it out, pull out the wiring so you can connect, and it's not locked.
Ah, classic. I almost want to kill him for just that. Anyway, I'll enter.
Okay. When you enter the room, you see a sleeping figure on one of the beds. Dark blue-black hair and dark tan skin. You can't make out any more from this angle.
The safe bet would be to just kill him. But if I'm gonna kill him, I should just have Famine,
Well, it's
Get the
definitely
no.
a she to an extent. The hair
know
is a
what?
very familiar
That's
color.
fair. Again, still, I'm standing by it. Safe bet would be to commit murder. However, I would like to investigate further.
Okay. You gonna step into the room? What are you gonna do?
Into the room very quietly.
Roll me a stealth. Is anybody else moving up to the door as Ian kind of begins to
I'm
slink
not even
forward?
gonna go into stealth mode because I don't care enough.
Jeffrey is currently fiddling with some buttons,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't intervene.
I will say, as you guys are up at the front, you think you have found it with two of you working together, and you like pulled it out, and you think you have the ability to kind of just crush it, disable it, and then you hear people talking, and then all of a sudden, everybody gets quiet at once.
Like get quiet like forcibly or
Well, like they all at the same time collectively just got quiet, like they're looking or hiding from something.
So now, like, if we turn around now, we can see that everyone's like looking into.
Well, they're in another room nearby, but
Oh, gotcha.
so you'd have to go
You know what?
investigate.
Jeffrey is gonna put up a hold call sign, and then going to sign to start moving forward, but slowly.
Gotcha.
And it's just Xenomorph crawling behind
As
Ian.
I guess I'll
Ian-
stay here in the front. for now.
Ian and Famine step in, you see sleeping on peacefully on the bed. From everything you can determine is Aya, but a more princess-like version. The blanket is like just under the shoulder, and she just seems to be wearing a nightgown of pink satin.
That's bullshit, and everyone knows it.
Hungry famine?
Hungry famine.
I'm think gonna recoil a little.
He's just gonna be like,
More for me. I'm joking. But yeah, as I said before, the safe bet would be to commit murder.
Are the two of them hesitating though?
Famine is. I don't know what's happening.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Does it look as though they've noticed anything? Have they stirred or even moved?
You can roll me a perception. Not as far as you can tell.
Could I look around to see if there's any like possessions in here, any items?
Yeah, you can roll me perception as well. You see, you look around the room, just a quick glance. You see that there are a few possessions, nothing crazy. There's like a couple bags of things. There's like some strange like black scrolls and tomes. There's like a candle by the bed. There's like one small light on by the bed, but it's like dim. So somebody's having a crackly mic. Oh, I think it's
here.
Kier. Interesting.
I'm sorry, what?
Your mic is crackling like crackle pop. Don't know why.
I
Your
don't
mic is
know
playing
why
Pong,
either.
bro.
Yeah, they're playing Pong.
Hold on, let me try something.
Very strange. You know what? While Kier, we'll give Kier a moment to figure out some mic stuff. Give people to think about what they want to do specifically. So we will take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 10 o'clock EST or for Crow, 9 EST. There's Pacific Central Standard Time. There we go. So we'll be back at 10. Whoop.
Bad. I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Jonathan. How you get in my house? Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off. Get out of my house! I told you not to get mad.
No, not body swap, body snatch.
Yeah,
Hi. Hey. Well, not really body snatch. It's just a little more like.
No, you're
eat my
robbed.
soul.
You're
No,
robbed.
you
You're
were
robbed.
robbed.
You're
Man,
robbed.
My
remember
body was
Snatch?
Your body got
I'm so mad.
deviously licked off the
I'm so mad.
streets of
I'm
Arvale.
so mad.
alright?
Get off the building, you bitch! And you're the one who made it go away! You fuckers! The reason this is a problem!
What the fuck is happening?
Ma'am,
I'm
ma'am,
confused.
my ears. Ma'am, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is not a chili.
Yo, we're gonna have to rectify that one with an angelic you after this one.
Ma'am, you're currently outside of the Red Bull mini fridge. I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down.
my bad. I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Jonathan. How you get in my house? Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to get mad. I took your doorknob off. Get out of my house! I told you not to get mad.
All right, everybody, we are back. We are down a crow for a moment, but hopefully he'll be back soon. But we do pick up on the ship. They are determining who the sleeping figure is. Sounds like it could be Thea. They're like fairly certain, but it could not be. Ian's like a little conflicted, maybe. Fammon's definitely conflicted. But yeah.
I mean, okay, so I'm just throwing this out there because I think Athena would maybe pick up on this. The mental presence would be a dead giveaway, and if that wasn't a dead giveaway, I mean, we did hear that Thea is the last succubus alive.
Mm-hmm.
And since none of those
there's
things,
no demon,
right?
And Athena is, I will say, Athena is hesitant to try to sense for a mental presence in case that is a trap. I feel like
Mm,
that's something
okay.
she would bring up.
All right.
Exposing.
At this point, I'd imagine
Yeah,
I'm
you-
doing like a very slow military
Yeah, you and
crawl towards the door.
Cortez have kind of like inched your way back. See them kind of just standing there, looking at each other. Nobody's really saying anything. Athena's like on the verge of like thinking about doing something. What are you doing?
I looked to War, and using the same military signals, I looked at Cortez with, I'm going to sign who is the target.
You see, he's gonna look at you, look at
Um,
them. He basically, in a very complex, very rapid motion of hand signals, basically tells you like priority number 1.
I'm going to assume I catch half of it because it's been like fucking years.
But also
yeah.
from him, it's so just.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like big enemy.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to put my hand on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to ping out my metal sense so I can get a shape of the figure in the other room without actually going in.
It's hard to get an exact shape because they are on a bed that has a cushioning to it, but you can kind of get the weight and mass of the creature, and it's like someone that's maybe like 5'8", somewhere around there, not too heavy, maybe 130, 140, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Thinner figure, female, you think?
Sensing that and sensing the hesitation there, Jeffrey is just going to, as quietly as he can, take a peek into the room, not sensing like a monster or anything.
Mm-hmm. You peek in, and you see the very familiar dark blue-black hair and skin tone, and like the very hint at the side of the face and shoulder. You see Ian and Famine kind of standing in the room. Ian, are you deciding to do anything? As Jeffrey's kind of moved up and peeked in the room.
I am going to have one arm be ready at a cyborg slash, but I'm not going to commit murder.
One thing Jeffrey
Sensing
can notice is that they seem to be sleeping. And that's why I think Jeffrey's like starting to pick up on the confusion of everyone.
Okay.
Just at least a little bit.
So I'm sensing some tension. I'm sensing that obviously this person is triggering me a bit because they're familiar. So I'm going to use an inspired action because I want to do this as quietly as possible. Hold on, where is it? There it is. Okay. So usually when I shape metal, it's very loud, it's very chaotic. I'm essentially breaking down the compounds in the metal and creating like big spikes that come out of it to form new shapes. In this case, I want to take the metal of the ship and sort of move it down, turn it into a sort of liquidy blob, and create essentially if you've ever seen like a hospital bed with restraints for those who can't, people who want to harm themselves, I want to recreate the same thing. 2 at the ankles, 2 at the wrists, and 1 around the neck.
Okay. Roll me a concentration or focus, please. Jeffrey steps into the room. Athena gives you a little advantage as you go. And you see Jeffrey. And as he does, the metal kind of like liquefies from places around the room and just... Because they were kind of pulled on they were on their side, you kind of gently pull them back on that one arm, and they kind of roll, and they just adjust the face a little bit. You see that you do get her to that position.
Okay. I'm going to turn
They
back.
don't wake up.
Oh, great. I'm going to look at War and I'm going to assign target restrained permission to engage.
He just looks at you like. You see, he like pulls out a notepad. Like, I think we have. It just says, "I think we have each other's mutual discussion." We can have a mutual discussion here. I'm not giving orders to you.
Well, what Jeffrey's gaining from that is that he's not sensing an incredible amount of danger, so Jeffrey's gonna shake her shoulder.
You shake the shoulder.
Brother.
You think they shake the shoulder, and they kind of like their eyes flicker behind the lids. With this very like princessy version of Thea, very soft, very elegant, doesn't wake up. A bit of concern comes across the brow, but that's it.
Well, I think she's sound asleep.
As Jeffrey kind of breaks that silence, clearly doesn't wake up. Athena just says, "Then what? Is this a trick? Is this a fake? What is the point of this? I don't understand this."
Well, look, I know that we're superheroes and saving people is our thing, but this person was here before us. They seem to be comfortable. I say we just keep doing what we're doing. This could clearly be a trap. If you decide to, like, investigate or we do some shenanigans, it could be, you know, a torture chamber or, like, a thing that teleports us or something. I don't know.
While I am hesitant to delve into a mind that possibly be Thea's, I don't know if leaving them on the ship is any good either. What if she's just listening to this? She's using this as a way to spy, just like the person back at the prison.
That is a good point. And,
he accidentally swallows some of the fumes of the ship. Is it?
I cannot do Cortez's voice. I just realized.
Just do poke voice. It's fine. Just say Cortez says if you really need to at some point.
Sure. Cortez will interject and ask Athena if it's possible to even tell if they have that connection where Thea can listen into us.
Well, to do that, I'd have to check the mental presence. And I don't...
Oh, you know what? Ambrose, you can, like, sense the aura of people, right? Can you sense what this thing is?
I can try.
I think that's honestly safer than trying to do the mental stuff. I just feel like that's a trap.
How do we know this whole ship isn't a trap? She's done that before when some of them went over to Okera. You remember?
I mean, yeah, but we did just remove the tracker. Or at least we found it, Cortez and I.
Did we check
It's
over
located...
all of the other things? Like, did Ian get a chance, or maybe before we take off, fuel or energy or whatever this is powered by, or any other systems that could be faulty?
I'll take a look at it. And then he'll go take a look at it.
That's what he's going to do right now?
Yeah.
Roll me an investigation.
No, you roll me an investigation.
Yeah, I don't know what's good it's going to do you.
Well, I don't know.
Let me open up Lost Legacy real quick. I don't know what's going to help. You see as Ian's looking it over.
That's a pretty shit roll. Can I use an inspiration?
Sure, yeah, if you have one. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
I like that one better.
That was a good bit better. You see as Ian is looking things over, it takes him a little while to figure out how things are powered. And even where they're like powered at first, and you see there's like a kind of like a small little hatch It's like the size of like a small moving box that just slides open with a key that he doesn't know where the key is. So he has to kind of break his way in there or lockpick it open. But he finds it's like this very powerful ship that moves very fast is powered by something that is about the size of a microwave. It's in this blue core that's wrapped with this very powerful metal and this strong like plasma force glass. There's a couple different readings by it, and it seems like it's not full, but it's not empty. It's like essentially would be like 3/4 of the way of this bar that's near it, and temperatures seem fine. Nothing seems to be in the red. It takes him a bit to like compare data, but that's what he's doing nearby. Like he's in the main cargo room, and they're just like directly to his right.
Got it.
But yeah. Ambrose, are you wanting to sense auras or sense energy? I think it's energy sense.
I am gonna try the auras first.
Okay.
Before I do energy, because
Gotcha.
usually I can see Thea aura on things and people.
Okay.
Do I? Oh yeah, no, it's in my dock. One second.
Yeah, because it was a big, honking, weird one.
Yeah.
A big Horkin meat stick.
Big honking, big stick. Yeah. So as he senses soul, it only takes him just a matter of moments before he can see the aura is a full magenta color.
There's no other colors to it. That is a little concerning. I see nothing but magenta, meaning it has no other emotion other than being just Thea.
But I think we've seen that before, right? When it's been just Thea, she's overpowered what would be a normal aura, or is this different?
The thing that's weirding me out is this a succubus?
Don't know much about succubus and enough to
What?
tell.
What? Can you like ping? Can you do that?
Barman already pinged, and they said they were not a demon.
So they're not a succubus.
No. Which is really weird. I mean, look at her. It looks like fucking Thea as the magenta aura. I don't know. I feel like we just dump it off the ship. There's an abyss right next to us, you know?
Be more than easy to do. But
I just don't want to take any risks. If this person has any semblance of themselves, it's probably lost right now. And I don't want to risk Athena to try to fix that.
and also a few casualties for the sake of a win of the war. Nothing that is a bother to me.
All right, well, if there's no objections, I'm going to use my magnetism and hoist the body up by the metal straps, and I'm going to slowly magnetize it closer to the exit doors.
You do so.
And the whole time they're just like still asleep. Like they don't
Their head,
wake up from any.
yeah, their head lulls as much as it can with the neck restraint, the hair, and it's like the more you look at it.
Any possessions on them?
On the Thea lookalike, or the
Mhm.
actual Thea, or whatever it is. You see that they're just wearing a nightgown, like they were actually just sleeping. A fairly see-through nightgown, I will add, now that Jeffrey's lifted them up.
As
you expected,
as
Thea.
Jeffrey is moving them, I'm just gonna say, well, Cortez is gonna say that if this was a trap, this feels like it's just too easy of a solution.
Well, let's be honest here. If it is a trap, what she's probably expecting us to do is to investigate it. If we dump it, there's no investigation.
I wouldn't discount anything. It could just be a psychological warfare. Trying to mess with you. trying to make you think one thing, or feel bad for killing someone you do not know to be fair. Then maybe you second-guess your resolve later on. I say be rid of it, and be prepared for any repercussions once the body is dumped.
Alright, sounds good to me. I don't want to think about it much longer. Yeah, I'm gonna open the big door, and I'm gonna, like, hover the body over the abyss, and I'm gonna let go.
Okay. Jeffrey, roll me a perception.
Rolling a
That's
perception.
See as it drops, you feel a presence behind you, and it falls out of sight. You turn around just before you hear the voice, and everybody else turns and hears the voice. You can see it slightly before. The look of Thea, who you've seen right by the door, is the very real, very powerful her. Do you feel good about that? Everett turns and sees her. Dropping an innocent girl who knew none the wiser.
You've killed a lot more than me. It's not equal.
I know, but you feel like catching up now.
I feel like fucking killing you.
I wish you could. I wish you would. But I don't know. I don't want to overestimate all of you. As
Is
you
this
said,
real, Athena?
There's something there. I don't think it's her.
Okay, I'm gonna heroic action, and I'm going to cause the floor and the ceiling to smush together.
That would be a very difficult thing to do, but you can certainly try, considering the ceiling is a couple thousand feet above you, if not more.
I'm talking about the ceiling of the ship and the floor of the ship.
Gotcha. She is not on the ship. She's off the ship. I should have specified. My apologies. She is
Okay,
like standing
so-
out in the open, not far away. Like from, like you say, you dropped her off a little to the left. She's a little to the right. Like kind of at, like,
Okay.
a harsher angle, if you wanted to. I should have specified.
Second option, then. You said that this bridge is what's holding the ship to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll fucking drop that into the abyss. I'll sever it from the ship.
Removing your tether so you can drift away.
Yes.
You do so. And you see as you're beginning to drift away, she walks up to the edge. You can see her smile. Shall I say hi to your friends for you? Is there any messages you want them to know?
Yeah. That we're gonna find them, and then we're gonna kill you.
As she gets farther and farther away, you hear what you think is her laughter. A laughter that borders now on insane. He shoots a blast. You see it passes right through her. It almost only seems to laugh harder as it then gets out of earshot for everybody but Ambrose.
So it was a projection. Fucking bitch. God, I want to wring my hands around her neck!
Jeffrey, I do too, but we need to think about what we're gonna do next.
Yeah, like who's piloting the ship?
Ian, I thought you were piloting this ship. Seriously, Ian, are you not piloting the...
Well, I wasn't when you guys didn't really give me a warning that that was happening.
Well, I didn't know.
The ship suddenly starts shaking.
That's why I didn't like really go fast. But you see, Ian, it's kind of just keeping a steady altitude. It doesn't immediately drop down.
Can I like connect to it like I can connect to like the drop ships that I could like just pilot from anywhere? that
It seems like you
possible?
have to interface and maybe sign up for an account. No, but it seems like you do have to connect to a.
They want me to sign up for their newsletter.
Seems
Oh
like
my
you.
God.
It seems like you can't interface to it because it was part of the piece Cortez and Jeffrey destroyed to not be
Maybe.
tracked or connected to the database.
Okay.
But you can manually pilot it, and it seems like it's actually pretty intuitive.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you see, as you're working on that, Ambrose, you do hear the laughter stop, and you hear a slight. It's like a cracking of energy or something. But Jeffrey, as this is happening, you hear that conversation you had with Arya in the other session.
Oh yeah. Yes, so we don't have to necessarily reenact it, but suddenly you see Jeffrey like looking around and you can hear his side of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Arya lets Jeffrey know that Team AA wants to meet them in the Warring Grounds. He's 90% certain it's her, but they don't have a ton of time to talk before the connection ends. Jeffrey lets her know of our location and that we have a ship.
And also, is there any other details about, like, she mentioned one or two other things that are probably important. I don't know if you want me to say those or if Jeffrey was going to plan to. The mode that might be coming to pick you guys up.
Oh, did she let us know about the dragon?
Yeah, she did say, because she really specifically wanted Jeffrey to know that it was a giant metal dragon.
Okay.
So Jeffrey
Okay.
didn't attack it because it was made of metal.
Okay. I will also relay the information to make things a little in character here. Yeah. We'll try to meet you. You said you're in a metal dragon? Oh, okay. I love you too. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Cortez will look confusingly at Jeffrey and ask, "A metal dragon?"
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that she's telling the truth. Apparently, it's some person that they found. Yeah, they have a ship of their own. I think. And yeah, we need to head to the Warring Grounds.
They get a dragon, we get a spider heart.
Yeah, if we're honest, I feel like we've been shafted. We've
Yeah,
been
we gotta-
struggling.
Well, I actually don't know. Apparently, they're doing okay. So hopefully that means that they're doing extremely well because we're gonna need all the fucking help we can get. What I want to know is, do you think that Thea found out where we were from the Shadow Demon guys and then sent a projection that way, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, probably.
It just makes me worried. If she can project herself that far, then her powers really have gotten stronger.
Unless she physically moved closer and then projected.
I doubt it. It seems like she's gonna talk to the other team as well, and if what we know is true, that's really fucking far away. Jeffrey goes ahead and pulls out one of the maps and starts looking around. So what are we? So we're heading northeast. And just to confirm, Purple, is this blue area the places that we can traverse? Are these black areas like walls?
Yes, the darker areas here, those are all like stalagmite-types that go to the ceiling.
Okay. Okay.
But Ian's also, like, if he's in on this conversation, would be able to tell them that he is fairly certain the ship can probably get them there in like 3-4 days.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, if I'm pretty confident that I can get in there, am I in this conversation?
I mean, the ship isn't
I'm saying this stuff
huge,
out loud.
so you can
Okay.
hear them like enough.
Got it. Alright, and it's established we're going to the Warring Grounds. I just want to make sure everything's straight.
It's up to you
Yes,
guys.
that is what I've been told.
Alright. You know, be like, we could probably get there in like 3 days.
Well, that's a long time, but I guess we have the shit for it.
Oh yeah, because we didn't just walk for what, fucking ever?
I'm just nervous. I don't. This whole situation is making me real fucking nervous. I think we handled those guys pretty well, but they've got a longer distance to travel than we do. If our information is correct, right? They're coming all the way from the Concubitus ruins.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I really just hope Ari is okay.
Hey, if we survived, they can survive too. So.
Well, I'm gonna make myself useful. I don't like sitting around. I'm gonna find out what's in these storage containers. Cortez, do you want to do a search of the ship? Make sure we don't have any more stowaways?
He will nod and say, sure. And if there's anything else he can work on, just let him know.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna spend some time breaking open these boxes you mentioned in the storage bay and find out what's inside.
Cortez could roll an investigation, and Jeffrey could roll investigation as well. Okay, looking at that, both rolling a 28 and a 36.
Wait, what the heck?
That's very funny.
I thought I double rolled.
No, just you both rolled the same roll at almost the same time. You see that as you guys are looking around, Jeffrey, you don't really find too much. It looks like that these ships didn't really have like food, didn't really have much of anything, because if the Shinigami were traveling with them, I guess they don't particularly need to eat or drink or anything like that. It seems like a lot of the props were just props that they put in the room that the fake Thea was in.
Interesting.
So there's really not anything on the ship, which is a little unfortunate, because you guys, the last meal that some of you partook in was the meal at Cathorn's, and you have rations now, which is a good bit better, but no actual food or anything like that, despite having a kind of like a small kitchen area that has the facilities to cook, but no food, alas.
It's a good thing like half of us don't have to eat.
Let's just cook like Jeffrey's arm, and then Ambrose will grow it back.
We're not going to eat Jeffrey's arm.
Well, I am not.
I am not either. We just have to figure out water, I guess.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, does hell even have water? Have we seen water in hell?
Did you just ask? Weren't we in like an ice place?
Right, but that wasn't drinkable.
Okay, but it's water.
Okay, Ian, have you ever heard the expression, you have an ocean around you, but no water to drink?
Yeah, I know the expression. That wasn't your question. You said, is there water?
All right,
You
let me
didn't ask if
rephrase. Is there
was
drinkable water?
Nah,
Let me
I don't
look
know,
in-
man. That was a good question that you asked there. I'm glad it was drinkable water and no other question.
I'm gonna look for drinkable water in the rations.
You see that there isn't water, but there are a number of drinks that Jeffrey's grabbed. It seems like a lot of them are what, at least the way they're packaged, are like standard water rations or bottles and things like that. But they don't seem to actually be water. You're not exactly sure what they are, unless you give them to like War or Famine to look at, because they are written in Demonic.
War, can you read this shit?
Yes.
What does it say?
Are you planning on drinking those?
Well, considering that we need water to survive, I am kind of curious.
I think if you need them, it's better you not know what they are.
Pats you on the shoulder.
Well, fuck.
Cortez will interject here.
Okay.
He will say that for those of us who will be needing things like food and water, that he would recommend not overthinking or moving around too much to conserve any energy that we will be needing later. Since we are flying a large distance, let's try to refrain from using too much energy so we're not like getting too thirsty or too hungry.
Quick, Ian, backflip contest.
It's no fair. I'm flying a ship.
Athena will kind of nod at Cortez, facepalm at Ambrose. It's not like, she looks at War, it's not like something that would harm us, right?
I assure you, will not harm you. You'll probably enjoy it unless you know what it is.
Enjoy your demon piss.
There's no expression on War's masked face, but he does a slow pan to where Ian is. So, is there any other business as you are flying towards your destination?
I think other than trying to look busy, Jeffrey is going to try his hardest to meditate and not let what Thea said get to him.
Okay. Absolutely. You're able to fall into that meditative space and, for the most part, relax yourself as best you can. Yeah, I will say it's going to take you like 3.5 days to get there, and there isn't really going to be much of anything that bothers you. Just reason being, you are over the abyss, as mentioned before. There's occasional small creatures on like the outside of the rocks. They kind of look at you confused or know enough to avoid these ships, but it's quiet. Ambrose, it's very quiet. There's no sound within 1,000 miles of you, maybe more, except for what's on the ship itself.
This and sleep.
You do? And anybody that needs to sleep can sleep. If there's
Does
anything,
that include me?
if you want to.
Well, if I have to fly the ship actively, would we have to stop? Would that add time?
You see that you can. It has a manual autopilot that isn't connected to the database.
Oh!
So you could just have someone
Also-
watch it, and if something changes, you could be like, "Oh,
Yeah, Cortez and Ian can take turns.
Nice.
yeah,
Perfect. And I can get my long rest.
gotcha." Is there anything anybody wants to do during those 3.5 days? Talk.
Seduce Jeffrey.
I mean, you can try, but I'm pretty sure that won't end very well.
Listen, we're two lonely guys without our significant others.
Yeah,
Ambrose
it's a
is there too.
natural conclusion.
Yeah, well, Ambrose is too sad for me. I need to seduce Jeffrey over our shared trauma of not
Okay,
having.
how do
our
you seduce
second
Jeffrey?
wife. I don't. I get cold feet. I'm too scared.
Okay. Anything, anybody else? Any conversations? Anything people want to talk about, bring up? Talk to War of Famine about? Dina as well?
Yeah, I at some point I guess I want to talk to Pestilence.
Famine? Or
Not Pestilence. Famine.
Gotcha. Okay. You see, you can go over to Famine at your leisure during one of the days, either the first day, second day, whenever you decide.
Yeah, probably second day. Probably just finish eating some shitty rations. I'll just sort of stroll up. I'm just wearing a tank top because all of our bodies in here probably make it pretty warm.
That and Ian just hasn't turned on the AC.
Yeah, that's true. He's an asshole.
And you're not getting my AC, damn it.
I guess it would use more power, so you know. Yeah, he'll stroll up and ask, "Hey, Famine, do you got a second?"
Probably got a lot of seconds. But yeah, what do you need?
Well, you know, as we're getting closer to this big fight, you know, this truce of ours is working out pretty well, I'd say. But, you know, it just occurred to me that this doesn't really seem to be in Death's interest very much, this whole saving the planet thing.
What do you mean?
Well, why is he interested in helping us?
Everybody's gonna die eventually. Right?
Plus, if everyone dies, then there's nobody left alive to die.
Yeah. The thing about death is it needs life to exist as well. That's pretty much exactly what I was thinking. And while I know Death very well, I don't speak for him personally. I can speak within his, maybe his thoughts or ideals. But I know why I'm on your side is because Thay is a batshit lunatic. That was
Yeah,
sent
she
from
is.
Pestilence's mouth.
So, what are the plans after all this goes down? Have you guys talked about it? Like, what's gonna happen to Hell?
I think we've had some ideas. Nothing specific as of yet.
It's been bothering me for a hot minute. Now that Zach's gone, and we're off to finish off Thea, you guys mentioned that you didn't want to rule Hell, because that's a lot of fucking responsibility. I've been really trying to rack my brain.
I mean, don't people? The Earth seemed pretty populated. When we do what we do, remember none of it is personal. It's all for the benefit of the world. People dying of hunger. People dying of disease en masse. Wars starting. And death. Carrying them where they need to go. But we'll see. I think it will be a discussion among us four when we're back. After Thea has been killed. For real. And no fake versions of her. Also, just being said, I could have eaten her, and I really wish I didn't, because I'm very hungry, and you have limited rations that I'm really trying not to eat.
Well, thanks for not eating us. That's helpful. Jeffrey will stroll off.
You walk off. Anything from anyone else? Anything they either want to do or prepare as well? Even it can be just private interactions of like, if anybody just wants to get a bead on how anyone's feeling, anyone's doing, things like that. Okay. I will ask a couple questions around the table then as well. Starting with Ian. Can you break us off a little bit, a piece of what's kind of going through his head, maybe in one of the quiet moments while most people are asleep? Maybe why he's piloting the ship? Like for us as players.
I think that during this span of the like 3.5 days, he would pretty much just be piloting the ship, not saying too much. And the only time that he's not doing that is when he takes his long rest. But he's very focused right now. Definitely a little bit quieter than he normally is. As he's kind of mentally preparing himself for the upcoming fight that he knows is inevitably on the horizon.
Gotcha. I'll also throw it over to Zune, as Ambrose is finally getting a moment of quiet. Break us off a little bit of a piece of what's kind of going through his head over the next couple days.
Well, it's really hard to put into words. He knows that Thea is a threat. He knows that this mission is really important, but he's never really had this past trauma that is so ingrained in the rest of the party over Thea. So he's just mostly stewing on that, just trying to really grasp the concept of how horrible this woman actually is.
Yeah, as he's kind of mulling that over, he kind of comes to the realization that, yeah, she's awful. Yeah, she's probably one of the worst people in all history. But he doesn't have that personal. He's doing this out of the good of everyone, out of the good of the world. Seems like a lot of his friends are doing it more, yes, for the good of the people, but also for the horrid things they've had happen to them personally. Except for maybe Ian, the only one he could think of. Maybe Cortez. Maybe he's not fully alone now that he thinks about it. It's definitely Jeffrey, definitely like Athena. Definitely Arya because of it. Ashley a bit as well. She's been entangled with some of the aftermath of Thea. And everybody has to an extent. Some people more than others. But yeah, definitely, thank you. I'll throw it over to Cortez as well. Maybe one of the moments when Ian is asleep for a few hours or wherever else throughout the day. What's on his mind?
So, I guess ever since Cortez has been on this new path of faith, it's always been it's always just been reflecting on everything that's happened so far, from his first death to him becoming the assassin that he thought that he could be, because he had a friend that told him, hey, this is what's doing good, but then being betrayed by said friend. Then finding new friendships, and then just thinking about how he was given that second chance, but then again, that was being thwarted by another demon, well, Tartarus. only then to be given another chance. And in his mind, he's like, he's been giving so many chances at life that he's just trying to do what is best for the world, because in his mind, after this is all over, and if he dies for real, he would end up having no regrets. As long as that he knows that he put in the effort that it is, needed to finally put a stop to this grand evil once and for all.
Nice. Gotcha. I'll throw it over to Kier then as well. I know he's talked a little bit and had some things on his mind, but is there anything else you'd like to break off and share with us?
Yeah. During his meditation periods, he's flashing back to a lot of the locations that they've been and seen. But he eventually lands on the city of Arbael, on a set of railway tracks on a bench. And he's imagining trains going by. And he's trying to test his willpower. He could easily imagine Thea in front of the trains, hitting her over and over again, but instead, he's trying to focus on Arya, and on Cortez, and on Mop, and on Ian and Ambrose, his whole team. He's really trying to steel himself and picture them in his mind. The anger that's building up in his chest feels like a really bad stomach ache. The kind that feels like there's lava sitting in your gut. It makes him so angry, he almost wants to vomit. He's constantly practicing his breathing, trying to stay calm. That moment of weakness that he had during their first fight has really shooken him in his confidence. His biggest fear is that after all of this, he's not going to be strong enough to do it. And that's the sort of mind that he's in right now.
Did you want to make a roll? See how he reflects, or did you want to leave it narratively?
We could do a roll.
Go ahead and roll me. I'll let you choose. It can be either a mental or ingenuity, or it can be a concentration or focus, or a faith or religion. One of those sets are fine.
Okay, I'm going to focus.
Okay. Those ringing words, the ones at the doors, things that she said, actions she had, as well as the ones recently, especially the "I wish you would" after he yelled, "I'm gonna kill you. I wish you could." Slowly gets pushed out of his mind, like swept up by the trains. And every once in a while, it feels like a flicker of like he sees a friend sit down on the other side where there's a mirroring bench. Arya, Mop, Ashley. People that he can't quite reach yet. With others kind of joining him at separate benches of those that are already around him. Like Ambrose and Ian off to his right. Ian and Cortez to his left. Able to sigh. Feel that knot in his stomach. Not disperse, but loosen enough to breathe normally, where he doesn't have to quite focus on it so hard. Good roll.
Good description.
Thank you. Right. To update Crow before I jump over to him, they ended up being like, hey, fuck this. We don't want to deal with this. And they decided to just drop the Thea off the edge. And when they did, actual Thea showed up and spoke to them. It was, Athena's like, it's some sort of illusion thing. Jeffrey got real angry. They was laughing at them, a little insane. And Jeffrey like pushed you guys away from the ship. Ian's been flying it. You've had moments to rest and get long rest as you need it. At one point, Jeffrey did walk up to Pestilence because he adds some things. Was mainly inquiring, Death doesn't seem like he'd really want to be on our side for this, despite a good alliance that you guys have had so far. And I had Pestilence, God damn it, Kier. Famine. Famine.
Ha, you did it too.
I only do it when someone else does it. God damn it, I blame you. Anyway. Yeah, I had Famine respond. Everybody's gonna die eventually, right? And Cortez did, or Ambrose, sorry, brought up, if there's no one around to live anymore, no one can die. And that was like, Famine was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then Jeffrey also, yep, that too. Jeffrey also did ask, like, what are the plans afterwards? And like, I had Famine kind of be a little vague and be like, we've discussed it a bit, and all of what they do, I had them say it's like, it's nothing personal that we, make the world, people in the world die. And he did say it seemed overpopulated, but they weren't going to decide on anything yet. Something that he would want to decide with his horsemen as a group after they defeat Thea. Because I kind of left it vague, a little loose, so you can definitely just make a full decision at any point. But that's what has transpired. And I've kind of just been going around to everybody and asking loosely, like, what's on the mind of Famine and everyone else. If you want to just break off a little piece for everybody to hear. Great.
I think Famine would just be literally in a corner. Are there corners?
There are corners, and I did mention that since there is limited food supply, he's grouchily not eating the limited rations.
He's just like flicking his fingers together, trying not to eat the ship.
He's like, I wonder how
Good
bad
lord.
this metal tastes. Can't be that bad, right?
I did galvanize it. It has a little powder on there.
That's why I don't like eating. It tastes like pestilence. Ugh.
I will say war brings you over to as much of a private space as they can, down like in weapons. And he'll just say,
Do you have any idea of what the plans really will be after this? Or have you thought of anything?
I've never been one to plan things.
I know. But it's very difficult being away from pestilence and death. I feel like their insight and their experience is vastly different from ours. I feel like there could be a scenario where there is merit to what the Metal One was saying about death. Being unhappy with the circumstances. You know why this is?
No.
Look around us. We have many who do not die. We have many on Earth who no longer die. And they know how to make more. Either they'll go so far to be an advanced society that has no need for life nor death, and they will crumble. Or they will become so entrenched in war that they will tear themselves apart to the point where I will be unhappy with its ramifications. I worry death will do something rash. Or may already be thinking of something. Or even worse, already done something.
That's a good thing. There are 4 of us siblings and not.
Indeed. I hope Pestilence has been able to at least talk to sense in him. Or that he has the sense to wait for us.
So is having a headache.
Indeed. You care for a zombie head?
Oh, yes, please.
I know it's not your favorite, but I figured it's better than nothing.
I'll take anything really.
He gives you like 3 zombie heads and then walks back off. It's like eating an apple for Pam.
Now the question is, who walks in on him eating 3 zombies?
You see, as you and Ian are shift changing, you kind of hear this weird crunching, like under the cockpilot or cockpilot. You guys are the cockpilots. Cockpit. You hear this where weapons are, and you both. I don't know if you guys would peek underneath.
Oh my
My
god.
curiosity, probably.
Brother, what are you doing?
Abstinence.
That's not someone we know, right?
Probably not.
Alright, good. I just want to make sure you guys didn't go on a murdering spree while I was flying the ship, you know?
You happen to know anybody that died in war?
Well,
Cortez turns and just says plenty, and he just walks off.
And there's a good chance that you know some.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, by a stretch of the imagination, we could say I died in war, right?
You are still alive, so no.
Okay, yeah, but I died.
You are still not dead.
Yeah, and well, not now.
You want to be classified as undead, then?
No. I'm a robot. I'm from the internet. Can't be undead.
Okay. So with that, I will say we finally begin to speed through a couple days, unless somebody wants to do anything else. 3.5 or so days later, you end up at the base of what appears to be the Roaring Grounds. You see a mist-like darkness on the edge of this large landmass where, like, the mist of the abyss is meeting the ground. It feels desolate, though. Like, not many airships dock at this place, despite there being a very usable docking place, even better than the one you saw at the little island. Like actual little piers and little metal bits. It seems like people can use it and operate it all the time. However, there doesn't seem to be many ships there at the moment. You dock the ship.
Yeah, sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? We crash land and all die immediately.
Ian goes face first into it. Boom.
Hey guys, I'm not sure if this thing has any landing gear. It's just like
you see upon docking and getting out, after you step out on the sound isolated ship, you hear sounds of yelling, explosions, fire, and many more sounds of what seems like an endless combat. War seems to kind of just be like a little bit straighter shoulders, a little jaunt in their step in a weird way, and Ambrose is just like wincing every time you hear
he's in the middle of all of it right now.
Ambrose is like, oh, this place sucks. And you see that there is a very steep, like, switchback pathway that's going up these mountains, these like little cliffside here. Seems like it goes up thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of feet, and it seems like it goes into like a very narrow entranceway, and why probably no ships are actually up inside of it because the ship would not fit. There's barely enough space for like a larger humanoid, like someone not much bigger than Mop would have a hard time fitting through.
Sorry, I'm still scrambling to write notes.
No, you're good.
So we were told to meet here.
You were told to go here. Your ride would be coming some point soon, a giant metal dragon with people on it and not to attack it, and that they were going to be somewhere in the Bloodsea villages and that you'd be able to contact them via the people on the ship. But you would also imagine, based off of their trajectory being way up here, they would probably be coming to the northern side of the Warring Grounds.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So it might be in our benefit to try to move north to try to intercept.
Mm-hmm. Also, looking at the entranceway to this place, if they have a giant metal dragon for a ship, that it probably won't fit. You don't know what's on this side, but based off of like the 3D holographic map, it doesn't seem like it's huge either. Maybe a little bigger than your side, but it seems like the ship going around through this area would also take a very long time, even by the ship, versus just booking it across there with Ian and doing the teleport strat with War or Ambrose or whatever else.
So the way I see it, that big metal dragon of theirs, from the way that she described it, I don't know if it'll exactly fit in here.
That's pessimistic. It's gonna fit.
Well, even if it does, it's probably a good idea for us to try to meet up with them at the north side.
You want to go through?
We can fly. I think it'll be fine.
That's what they all say, and then it's never fine.
Well, we could use the exercise.
All right, let's get going.
Cortez would ask if we know exactly the size of this quote-unquote dragon that we are looking for.
No. I don't know how Arya contacted me exactly. It had something to do with my ring, strangely. But either way, she only had a couple of, seconds to talk to me. The way that she described the dragon was that it could fit all of them pretty easily. It seemed like. So, I mean, we're imagining something pretty huge here.
I don't know. They can all get pretty small.
That too. Either way, I don't think it'll be that hard to miss. Ward, do you have any gripes going through here?
Gripes? Personally?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of your thing. Are you getting horny or something?
Great question.
That's not a great question. I would say I am overjoyed to be here, as this place is a fantastic little space that I helped facilitate a very long time ago.
Okay, well, do you think that, it's gonna be difficult to get through here?
There might be a few people that try to challenge you, but I haven't been here in thousands of years, as I was locked away into the abyss, remember?
Yeah, your tragic backstory. Okay, well, if we do get challenged, do they have flying people around here? Is that, can we just go over it, or,
About 75% of demons in hell fly.
Right. Okay, so maybe it's not as easy as I thought.
However, I would say you're probably more powerful than most, and any that do challenge you will probably be slaughtered. But I don't know exactly Let's put it this way. The hierarchy of demons is whoever is the most powerful, whether by beguiling or actual physical powers. However, none of these people are ruling in hell. You already defeated Zack. You defeated the Shinigami who have a purpose to do things outside of here. This is usually a place people go before they graduate and come back to be a real force to be reckoned with. Probably many of those in the Ishwathar prison are far more powerful than the powerful ones here.
Got it. So we're fighting amateurs. Let's go.
You're fighting amateurs that have very big egos.
Oh, so we're fighting me like 5 years ago.
Perhaps, but probably bigger.
Yeah, no, my ego's gotten a lot smaller.
No, I was saying larger than you.
Oh, damn.
All right, well, does the ship still work? Can we still use it?
I don't know if we could fit it through, but they might see. I don't know exactly what the rules are for this place.
I don't know. I feel like it would be frowned upon to just be like, sorry, we're passing through.
All right, fine. I'm gonna saddle up on my shield and sword axe, and I'll start walking forward. Then we got a walk to do.
You're not seriously walking, are you?
Well, you know, most of the demons can fly, so actually it feels like statistically walking would be faster.
So maybe let's get like a little bit of a jog to it, you know?
You see War just taps Ian on the shoulder from behind.
You know, statistically.
Yeah.
What was that?
He just hands Ian a teleporter.
Ah, Jeffrey, you keep walking.
War just puts out another one and just sits down on like a chair of zombies that grow underneath him.
All right. So like, how far should I go? To the other side? Should I find the dragon? Like, what's the plan?
I think that we're gonna make it there much, much faster than they are. So get as far as you can north before you stop.
Got it. So either get to the other side or find the dragon. Got it.
Personally,
I'd
I'd like to sit at
Cortez
the
was
top,
sick.
just to so we have a lay of the land, and then go from there. But up
Got
to you.
it. So I can hit the top. You got another teleporter, right?
He points at the one he already put out.
I can
Alright.
summon another one after we use this one.
Perfect. All right. And I'll get to the top. We'll get a lay of the land, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. Let me get a quick stretch in first. All right, good stretch.
You don't have any ligaments. How does
Yeah.
that work?
Shush. It's a mental thing. It's a ritual. You don't want to pull a metaphorical hamstring. And then he's going to take off.
Roll me an acrobatics because it actually gets a lot more narrow than Ian thought when it gets to the top.
Narrow? Like, would you say rough terrain?
No, I would say an actual obstacle.
Damn.
Intentional
Yeah.
skill challenge.
I think it would be safe to say I'm in speed mode.
Yeah. Yeah, easy enough. Ian's like, oh shit, and then dodges to the side
Two.
to get a little wider spot. It's like he almost didn't notice. It's like, it's fine. He's at the top. Like, I will say it's not a quick jaunt up there for Ian either, as he's going up and up and up. The
Well,
reason
it's
it was
a mountain, and we're not historically good at mountains.
it does take Ian roughly 3 hours, Ian, to get to the top. And he realizes if people were to climb it or even just fly at a slower pace, this might be a day's journey. Just going up. But he gets to the top like 3 hours later. You put the teleporter down and it like activates on the other side. And you see War's like,
Our entranceway is opened.
All right, I'm going through. I go through.
Assuming everybody's following.
Yep.
Okay. You head forward to the other side, and Ian is kind of turning and realizing it as well. You see that generally flat landscape when you're up here. but it's broken up by explosions of craters, little towers, and thousands, if not more, stone forts, some of which are in ruin, others are standing tall and firing down on figures in the distance. You'll see various tents and small foxholes and trenches, with all manner of weapons and powers, laser blasters and cannons, swords and shields, fire and lightning powers, sheer raw strength in larger forms. Many are strange and unusual, grotesque, and terrifying. It's also the one that's looking at you with a band of smaller demons nearby. You see a very large one. And
don't do it.
I'm gonna drop a little guy, fun little guy. I'll make it spoiler just in case the other side doesn't want to see it.
That's a thing.
I'd almost feel bad.
You see that it doesn't. It moves towards you with this. You see that it's huge. It's like a good 35, 40 feet tall, which is like for reference point, as tall as most trees. And it just kind of like crawls forward and slithers on its side, and you hear a kind of like jingling and sloshing as it moves, and the other smaller demons kind of are like rallying around it, which are more human size, some a little bigger, some a couple smaller. You see it looks directly at Ian because he's kind of in the front. But then that kind of blossoms out into everybody else's heads. And it will say using Ian's voice, it says, "Newcomers, greetings. Have you come to join the fray?"
No.
How disappointing. Then why are you here?
We're going to the other side.
Then you are here to join the fray.
No. It would be unfair.
Fairness is all the same in love and war. As
We
long
would
as
slaughter everyone here in an instant.
Good. That is fine.
But I don't want to.
Then you do not wish to pass through.
I'm passing through whether you want me to or not. The choice is if you don't want that large neck of yours to be sliced in two.
You can do whatever you want, but no fighting me is not wise, because while you could defeat me, perhaps, I am the supervisor here and keep things in order as much as it needs to be.
Okay, so how about this? We just pass through, and anyone who challenges us, we just fight them. Chop, 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 right?
That's what I was saying in the first place.
Great. But, we don't have to chop them, right? We can just say, no, we're just passing through.
People would see you as dishonorable. I would recommend at least taking a couple fights and destroying them so they know to leave you alone.
Okay, fine. Fine. You drive a hard bargain. But you make a good point.
Wouldn't Ashley say something about something demons, people?
And
too,
is she here?
I'm just throwing it out there because I'm more than fine kicking some.
Won't hurt her. Also, they're
Okay.
challenging us. I didn't say we were challenging anyone else.
It's self-defense.
That would be like if someone tried to mug me on the street and I just happened to eviscerate them. You know what I mean? It's self-defense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mr. Treeneck, what's your deal? Right? You say you're the supervisor here. Why do you care about us?
I just want to make sure everybody's having fun here. You know? War is a game in this place. And if people aren't having fun, I go and solve the issue. Also, if people actually want to get out of here and go be a powerful demon somewhere else, they have to defeat me first.
Nice.
So I have a job to do.
All right. Well, good to know. thanks for the info. If we need to complain about a receipt or something, I'll make sure to come to you.
You won't need to come to me. I know where you are. Just call out. I'll spring up out of nowhere.
But what do we call?
The supervisor, of course.
I like that.
Yeah, it makes it impersonal. That's good. All right. Do we need to do anything else while we're up here, or are we done?
I would say just go ahead and walk through. You know, there's people that are going to fight you. You can ignore them. You can teach them a lesson, not kill them. You can show them who you are violently, peacefully. The only thing that is frowned upon is stealing people's supplies. Unless it's stated that you're going to steal people's supplies, but you can break that rule, because some people in a faction do that. They make it a point to breaking the common society rules here, and nobody likes them. So, you can make alliances as well as if you like. There's many powerful demons, thousands, tens of thousands.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
thanks for the info.
I'm confused on something. Are you expecting people here to die or not?
Oh, there's a interesting thing here. That's a little weird. Souls tend to stick around a lot longer. So all you really have to do is make sure to collect the souls and give them to me. And I can revive you.
So I can eat the bodies.
Yes. Just don't eat the souls.
Hey, look at that. You got an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, Famine, go have fun. War, you want to pop me another, and then I'll run. Thank you. Famine, you go get your buffet. This will probably be like another 3 hours or more.
Cortez will ask, do you need me to go with you, Ian, or will you be okay by yourself?
Can you keep up?
I can possess something on you and still have vision.
I don't think it'll be an issue either way, but if you really want to, and if I do get into trouble, I'm pretty good at escaping.
Suit's comment.
It's all right. I will stay here since I can probably push back any demons that try to approach us with celestial things.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, as you're discussing this, the supervisor kind of condenses into this box. And you notice that there are other boxes all over the place. That he seems able to just appear out of any one of those thousands of boxes that are made of flesh. You see he peers over. You see that a group seems to be talking to him.
Reminds me of Demon Slayer.
And disappears. Appears like barely a speck on the distance. And then disappears from sight.
Well, I think that's my cue to go. I'll catch you later. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. And he takes off.
As he is going through, a little bit higher DC, as there's a war zone going on at every state that he's at. Above, below, rocks everywhere, forts that he has to jump over, fly over, skirt around, slide under, dive through buildings. Roll me at acrobatics. Okay, pretty good.
By 10, baby.
You see that it's quite difficult at times. There's a couple close calls. It doesn't seem like anybody's specifically trying to attack Ian.
It's just like a crossfire thing.
It's just like there's an explosion that goes off. There's like some crazy ass demons here. some of which seem like Ian's unsure about demon anatomy, but it seems like some of them are
I know a
intentional.
little bit.
It seems like some of these demons are intentionally changing their body for war. Like some of them have like integrated weapons and cannons into their nervous systems and brains and
This is the part of the map that looks like Doom.
yeah, basically. But they're
Hell
all
yeah.
but they're all Doom Guy and Demon at the same time.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
I
Ian's,
feel like on some of them, Ian just like slows down slightly. He's like, "Oh, that's sick."
yeah, there's just like some very like it feels like if you mixed Nightmare Apocalypse Demon Battlefield with like Mad Max, but
That's
with
awesome.
but in like instead of like on roads and things like that, put in like every war zone, every from all across history. That's what you get.
Oh man, the trees are looking at me.
And they're running after you a second later. There is a
that's
point though that Ian gets towards the middle, and there's just this massive like structure of this tower that it looks like it has a massive eyeball. And Ian realized this massive tower is a demon
Oh,
that people are using as fortifications. And it seems like this demon is being used as a weapon of fortification against their will. Other people hollowed out this demon and have repurposed it. And you see the eye locks onto you and starts to glow. Tracking you at perfect speed.
don't do it, man. I've done nothing wrong.
I need you to make a dodge as this massive red laser comes out after you. And you guys see this off in the distance, like, oh, that's a big blast.
It's like, that's pretty cool.
Okay. The DC for this one is 60. So, Ian, a small energy nuke goes off right in front of you as it diverted to calculate the path that you thought was going to juke it last second, and they guessed right. You're like,
quick dash to counter the counter.
you can do it to take half damage.
Okay.
You take 3,800 damage. That is halved.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
And you see that, like, you realize now that the reason they spotted you is because nobody is within, like, an hour's running distance of this place. You're like, oh,
Okay. It's at this point that I think I'm gonna do one of these
Okay.
and disappear from the area.
Okay.
Just gone. I was going fast. I'm going fast.
Okay, roll me another acrobatics. This time the DC is a little bit higher. You're gonna have to roll well for this.
I don't like that. I'm gonna use my other inspiration.
Okay, go for it. That's a
I
little
like
better.
that.
I do need you because you're not quite meeting the DC. You will have to roll one more dodge before you get out of its range.
Okay.
You have to roll one more dodge before you get out of its range.
I don't like that.
The DC
What-
again, was 60.
Can we throw some quick dashes in there?
This is, I'm assuming, like with the equivalent of quick dashes.
What? I need bullshit.
I need a dodge roll.
No, hang on. I can bullshit my way out of this.
Uh-huh.
Wait, do you still have your
Uh-huh.
heroic action?
I overclock, so it's still my turn.
Weird. This isn't Baldur's Gate. We didn't enter into turn-based mode.
Yes, but I'm using it, so I double my movement.
Oh, it is movement speed.
Okay. I will allow another reroll of acrobatics, and I'll lower the DC by a little bit, by 2.
Oh my fucking god, it gets worse. Well,
we'll keep the 59. It's still the highest roll. So what's your HP looking like?
Horrible.
Okay, I thought so. So I'm gonna say Ian gets hit for another 3,800.
Now, hang on 1 second. Who said I was gonna roll over?
Hmm?
I could bullshit my way out of this.
Uh-huh. It only puts you into a down state. And
Yeah,
out
that's
of
a
the range.
problem. That's a problem.
Uh-huh. I'm aware.
Just disengage the laser. Easy.
That's not how this works.
It's not how
I
any of
have
this works,
bullshit
technically.
somewhere. Okay. 3,800. I'm so close to making a case here. I'm like 800 HP off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not have like hard light shields?
Yeah, that's the thing. I have hard light shield. It doesn't cover the damage here by like
By just a little
literally
bit.
by barely enough.
Hmm.
Because Colin put a damning piece of shields don't stack on me.
That'd be too overpowered.
Yeah, but I'd have a get out of jail free card right now.
I know.
Okay. Well, I have
What if you
one.
use your power weapon to protect the rock that would get obliterated, so that your chest just eats the damage and you don't
That's
die?
not how that works. But I do have one last piece of bullshit that I can throw at Cullen.
Okay.
So, I'm going to blow the entire economy fund that I just got back.
I'm gonna say no, because I'm gonna say
Damn.
that's part of the overclock and the inspired action, and that would be like essentially using that without using the resources. And even adding the resources, like you can't double it up and get out of jail free in this case.
Fine.
I will say Ian's made it like here.
Amazing.
He had to kind of divert to the left. He has made it there. He's in a down state. He can just place the teleporter down and get people over there if you need to.
Did Cortez end up going with or no?
No.
He's gonna hold back demons if they approached.
It just occurred to me that for whatever reason, my map has been off this entire time. So I just reloaded because you were pinging in the middle of a wall. And I was like, that's weird.
He's right here. He's right here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where it was. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's where Ian is. This makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So what's Ian gonna do now that he's kind of like, his systems are blaring, saying critical damage, seek repair now, over and over again, like on his screen with a slight.
Yeah, fine.
It's like Legend of Zelda.
I'll pop the teleporter.
Well, that was quick.
Well, Jeffrey's gonna walk through.
You step through and Ian's just like on the ground missing several body parts. Like
You see Ian is like, one of his legs is fried and backwards. There's like burns all over his chest and face, and you're just like, oh.
Hebros, I've been nuked.
What the fuck happened?
Don't go that direction.
You see he points at the giant tower that you definitely saw the explosion from.
I was singled out for absolutely no reason.
If you look carefully, there's no one in that area besides you.
No, you didn't look carefully enough. Look at the tower.
Yes, and I see that the tower is firing at anyone within their area.
Like, what the fuck, though?
Seems
I'm
very
gonna kill
reasonable.
that tower. I'm gonna fucking kill that tower.
Ambrose. Until you're back to full, I would assume.
Well, okay. Well, this slows us down. How big is this area?
Oh, I could go. We're like outside of it. I could just go around it. But I'm gonna kill that tower.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do we really need to?
No. My ego really wants me to kill that tower, though.
Look, I don't want to be that guy, but didn't it just like fucking wreck your shit?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't ready, okay?
All right. Well, if there was really no other way for you to get past this other than getting revenge on this tower.
No, like I said, I could just like see like right around there. Could just right around.
Well, let's
Like
do that then.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't feel good.
Well, you know what else doesn't feel good? Getting fucking blasted by an eye laser. You know?
Well, yeah, I get that, but like, I
Ambrose,
wasn't ready.
Ambrose, in the distance, you notice while they're talking, Ambrose could barely make out because it's such a far distance. The tower start hoisting itself up on legs and starts walking towards you guys.
Guys, it's moving.
It slowly, the ground starts to shake. It feels like a massive train is running towards you guys.
Fuck. Fuck. What?
Demon Tower of Doom.
Should we give Ian another teleporter? What's the plan?
Get into the tower with them.
Good plan. Portal.
Perfect plan.
You put the portal right next to it.
Destroy it from the inside.
As you guys portal up to the tower as close as you can. That's where we'll end for tonight's session.
I'm gonna kill that tower.
Oh my gosh.
You don't get the right to shoot at me and actually deal
Can someone
unfair
explain?
amounts of damage.
It was 7,600 damage at full.
Unfair amounts of damage. You just about one-shot me.
Yeah. I would have if you didn't
Can
roll
someone
good.
explain what happened?
I'll let Jonas do it. He's the one that got shot.
So there's a living castle in the middle of this battlefield that has an eye laser that does like 7,600 damage. And it tracked Ian when he was moving at super speed. And now it's coming towards us, so we're gonna fight it.
Thanks, Jonas.
Oh.
You're
Well, it
welcome.
started coming
Oh, sorry.
towards us, so we went
Jonas
towards
did. I should have let Jonas answer.
Anyway, you guys, thanks for playing. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.